probably.
First and foremost, and she's a lawyer.
She will fight
and
nail.
He's sent to jail, right? But now it will further complicate things if he goes ahead with the marriage and the lady finds out that the husband, the person she calls husband,
was on director. Gang rape.
I mean,
involved in a gang.
You mentioned that
goodness.
he confessing at this point would wake a beast or whatever.
That's right.
That would make a demon out of her. Like, how do you think she will explain it? Let's say they even have kids at that point. How would she explain it? That, oh, my husband is my rapist. The person that raped me.
It's
I think it's quite pathetic. And I feel for the guy, like I said, one thing is bad enough that you raped a lady, whoever it is, whether you guys, later became lovers or whatever. It's bad enough you raped a lady. It's even worse enough that you plan getting married to someone that you raped.
I think it's for real. It's beyond me, and it's the reason I'm thinking this situation should not have a court
at all.
It shouldn't. The man in question doesn't have the right to ask to be involved in the life of this woman to this extent. And it's the reason we are asking, the way you view the story, should the man tell? Is it easier if he just told the woman now? Recall they're not yet married. Is it easier if he told the woman now, and possibly still face the wrath of the law? And if it's easier, if it's lesser of a crime, than if he went ahead and get married to the woman and still waited on what possible consequences could befall him in the occasion the woman finds out in the future. Do well and reach us. We missed a call earlier. Please do well and reach us again on 091-3373-4592. Okay, and of course, drop your comments as well and let's know what your thoughts are. I mean, we're not asking that you be as judgmental as Melanie has been on the program today. But then again, I think Margaret brought a lot of mercy, and I want that to
it's not like I'm bringing mercy here. I'm just trying to be logical for the both of them. I mean, he had messed her up first. He's messing her up. He's currently messing her up by being with her. It's going to be different if they were about to date, then he's saying, okay, I really like her, maybe I should confess. Yeah. I'm thinking of a scenario in my head where they're already having intercourse. Yeah. Do you understand?
It's possible.
And then sometimes, because these things happen, and then sometimes the girl is afraid, or so she's like, put off the light, or don't shout, or do this like this, do this like that. And then she keeps remembering what has happened to her. Because if she stopped remembering, I promise you that a selfish person that would have decided to marry her would not even think of asking the public if he should talk to her.
True.
Because he'll feel that, okay, it's behind her. But there's a possibility that he's watching the trauma. He's seeing it, and then you still think that you want to marry her. So I'm looking at how broken. Because at the end of the day, either ways, you might think that, yes, the man will land in jail. The person that will have the biggest issue, the person that we will be praying for, will be the lady.
It's the lady. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yes, that is a fact. But then, I feel it's easier to deal with at that point. Before the marriage.
Yeah.
It's easier to deal with. Okay, the worst that could happen to the lady, yes, she'll feel betrayed and probably a therapy or something. And one way or the other,
also not go along with the marriage.
Of course, the marriage is.
If she says she wants to go ahead, he should be scared.
Of course, the marriage will not hold.
He should be terrified.
And at the end of the day, she might probably heal. I use the word might. Probably heal. But it will be a bigger mess if you deceive this lady, knowing truly well the kind of atrocity you committed to her, and you lead her to the altar, exchange vows, you become couples, and one way or the other she finds out. I mean, that will bring a demon in the lady.
Absolutely.
She will never recover.
Absolutely.
I don't think she will ever recover.
Absolutely.
At that moment, I don't think she will ever recover, because, I mean, how do you expect her from that point on to trust any man. What would
that's why I think she found safety in that guy.
Yeah.
Because people that go through stuff like it usually takes them a while to trust men. But because he went to the same school with her, she had a conversation with him. He sort of built some level of trust and safety in himself. I just felt, okay, he went to school with me. I'm sure that he has heard about these things.
Imagine being able to open up after such a long while to the
and Melanie mentioned something which I feel
see the way he handled it.
Whether
for her to be in love with him, you can imagine the way he handled it.
Melanie mentioned something. She mentioned the word manipulation. I think this is what is playing out.
Yes, I think so.
I think this is what is playing out because you know that you are not supposed to be in this space.
You are not supposed to be in this situation.
You are not supposed to be even be talking to her.
Yes.
And now you are leading her on. You are talking about marriage. You know, caring for her. I mean.
Now, another question I seem to have is this: is he a changed man? Yes.
I think he's changed because that's why he's thinking of confessing.
Of confessing.
Yeah.
Yet God does not believe that.
But yeah, let's just
because I mean these are but let's put the benefits of the doubt because truthfully, people do change, much as we like to not believe it.
Yeah.
People actually really do change. So if he's truly a changed man, I think in the spirit of that change and in the name of everything called goodness, he should confess.
Of course.
Not just to having led her, but to having led her on into a love relationship, to having proposed marriage to her. It's multiple levels of atrocity against this lady. To thinking it deserved to have a life.
Yes. The audacity for me. Honestly, I mean, it's a shared guts for me.
With this woman.
I'm telling you.
I think the apologies are in multiple grades, levels, and stages. And if he now let me calm down. If he actually does think of confessing, he shouldn't do it alone.
At all. But who will they do it with? Who is the person
how will they do this kind of
that will come and join him to make such a confession?
I'm thinking in normal Yoruba movie. You know, when husband have done something.
Oh, very old elderly woman.
Absolutely.
That's elderly woman. Boy is very old though.
Your husband, he has gone to, you know, but this is not even the same situation.
No.
So how do you think the guy in this situation can approach this confession? Let's even say he wants to confess. Let's even say confessions would bring about healing, closure for the woman. How should he approach it?
Well, the same way the lady felt very safe speaking about our past, about our scar.
You
should say it.
One-on-one or with the involvement of any other person?
Nobody. Sit her down.
What? Don't do it.
If she's going to bite you, she's going to kill you.
No, it will be beyond bite.
It will be beyond bite.
Because
whatever happens.
The place, of this confession matters.
Of course, it must.
The place of the confession, the how, the when, the where of the confession.
Irrespective of the location or wherever how safe the place is, I believe the magnitude of the conversation enough would let Elle loose. How do they put it? Because I mean, you are trying to rehash an old wound, and of course, you should also be ready to accept whatever comes afterwards. If she calls the police on you, you should take it. If she bites you, if she eats you, take it.
And you know, there is a side of me now thinking possibly this is love. Hello? Yes. I'm very well, thank you. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, Abe, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, Abe, please go ahead, please.
Okay. I just want to have my little sense regarding this conversation. You know, in a situation like this, the guy, I'm not supporting a rapist. I'm not a rapist, but I think the guy, he knows he made a mistake, and he's ready to amend it, right? In a situation like this, he has no choice. He needs to confess, but the confession should not be. It is not be yet. This is not the right time because the girl, we know she's been through a lot, and she opened up to the guy what she had passed through, which is her trauma.
Yes.
Then the guy the guy of course knows he was the cause of everything. So for him to come back means he has this kind of a feeling like he regretted what he has done, and he's ready to make it up to her, and he's ready to take responsibility then. So he should confess, but the time should be when she feels like the girl is completely out of the trauma.
When is she likely to be completely out of this trauma, Abby?
I think when the girl finds solace in the guy.
She already
found solace now.
She already found solace in
him.
Should they get married first before confession or before they get married?
Yes, I mean they are getting married, right? They are in the stage of getting married.
Yes. Should he go ahead?
I think the guy should tell him after the marriage. Because you know why?
Yes,
tell us please.
Because the girl, of course, she already believe this is the guy that I have. If he tells her now, if he inform her everything, then the relationship might be messed up. Then of course the chances is very high for it to be messed up.
But
is very high.
Okay. Yeah.
But, and if I'm going to say on a normal day, you know, in this life there are some secrets that's supposed to go to the grave with you. That is the truth about life. That is the reality. But of course, this guy is ready to open up. If not, he should have kept it to himself. Knows it. Then if the lady find out later, then it should be another conversation. But since he's ready to open up, he's ready to, I mean, how can I put it? He's ready to confess his sin. So we know people make mistakes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Abe, thank you. Thank you so very much. Yes, brilliant contribution. Thank you. I mean, he tried to come from a few angles, to be honest, trying to balance it out. Because trust me, I think this is one of those conversations my father would describe as it's fats in my mouth and it adds salt. And that's the best way for me to put it in English. It's better when put in Yoruba, right? Because we are trying to figure it out. We have another call. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Thank you. I'm coming from my name is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah calling from where? Ikeja. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Now, in regard to this topic of to me, I still feel the guy have
Jeremiah, please can you move away from the background noise a bit, please? Thank you. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. But just move away from the background noise.
I believe that the guy have causes.
Conscience?
He's a rapist. Alright.
Yes.
And the reason why he came back for the girl after the rape is because I know they have a genuine love for the girl. Alright. And they also have in mind to confess. You see. Yes. So the best thing for him is to go ahead and confess to the lady. Alright. But I believe.
When should he confess? Should he confess now before the wedding takes place or after the wedding has taken place?
No, he should confess now.
Okay.
He should confess now.
Okay. So what possible consequence do you think the confession?
After the wedding, before he confess, my cause, disaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You really have to, calm down then, confess to the lady with training. Yes.
Thank you.
Begging.
With begging.
Yes.
Should he do the confessions alone? Does he need to employ the assistance of some people in ensuring this apology goes well?
Yes, it could be friends, pastors, you understand?
It's pastors that did not commit offense now will go and be dragging. Okay, sure.
Yes, so that's it. So that will be able to calm the girl down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm thinking, if he's bringing pastors in, is it not some sort of manipulation there too? Because I don't want to play it down, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, on this.
Well, I feel the whole, if for it to be very genuine, for the confession to be very genuine, he should do it with the mind that is making a proper restitution, not to convince or not to appeal to the lady
and
to
agree
go ahead.
that she can decide not to marry him again.
So if you are trying to bring an outsider with the mind that, oh, please let me talk to her, that this relationship is not broken, I feel the whole essence of the confession is defeated.
You're talking about the whole essence. Let's talk about the people that you will meet. Okay, so they'll ask him, what have you done? Then you will not narrate what you have done. Even me, I will not follow you.
No, I'm asking,
because it's too much.
Margaret, if, for example, now the family of the bride now ends up hearing this. Wait, now the bride has even forgiven
No, but you know that it's not.
No, because these are all part of, these people are all the stakeholders in this marriage.
Yeah.
I'm not coming from nowhere. You are not coming from nowhere. The fact that we decided to make a union, a family, doesn't mean we're not part of other families that also would matter in this new family. So if my family gets to know, I think it matters.
No, I'm just saying that if the family gets to know, we already know how this will end.
This matter.
The marriage is over.
Yes.
And if you decide to go ahead with the marriage, they will separate themselves from you. Because there is no father. I don't think there's any father on the face of this earth. A mother that would hear that their child went through such a thing. And let's just say that the parents even know that the daughter went through it, and they've been doing so much to get her out of it. So even, she finished school and she finished well. She's doing well for herself. Yes. Do you understand? You can imagine the traumas at night. You can imagine the thoughts, the things she has to go through, and they're still working with that. Then they now hear that the person that puts you in that position, what we're trying to bring you out of, is one I want to marry.
The mother of the I think that this scenario, situation that we are already describing is bad enough, right? It's bad enough. However, just, the other time I mentioned mercy, and we know that everybody is deserving of mercy, right? However, that is why there is also the law, which this girl in question, being a lawyer, understands the place of peace in the society. And I said to you, peace is actually not the absence of war. It's the presence of justice. What do you think represents justice? Just as we make a wrap on the show. Come to you first, Apampa.
What will represent a justice to the lady is for her to get the true picture of everything that happened and who she is involved with. I mean, I think she deserves it.
Yeah.
I think she deserves
it. To say yes to the whole of him, not a part of him.
She deserves to know who the guy is, rather than just, wishing it away and leading her on. And hopefully, you hope that everything goes away like that. I think it will be an injustice to her.
Yeah. Thank you. Margaret?
Okay, so just before I respond to that, I just want to say that if you have not given her the ring, maybe you just said it because you are planning to propose. Because I'm thinking in my head that maybe you are planning to propose. You've not done it yet, but you still told us that you are engaged. Don't propose. Don't do it. But let's just say that you have now done it. Confess. Yeah. There is no essence of getting married to her first, then coming back to confess. That's manipulation. What are you trying to do? And anything that she does to you, just take it in good faith.
Thank you. I think the biggest gift that you can give to this woman in question is the gift of your true self at this point. Come just as you are and let the mercy of God
follow you.
And pray for the mercy of God. That's how one of my uncles called mercy. Called mercy. It's late now. Mercy of God follows you, and that not that you would still be married to the woman, let's be fair and let's be clear, because that would not be justice, but that at least she may be able to forgive and spare you the rest of the trauma that should follow such confessions. And that's our show today. Thank you everyone who joined us. We are grateful to Abe and Jeremiah who called, and please look out for the lounge next week Thursday, same time at 5 p.m. We hope that we are that companion as you drive home, move home, go about the rest of your evening, and we help you make fun and make sense of it. My name is Melanie Ishola, and I've been joined today by
Margaret Sazua
and
Alani Apampa. Pleasure.
Apampam. Mr. Steve's 101%.
And that's Ontario.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm not going to propose to a guy ever.
And tomorrow,
where do you live, Henry?
Are you in Lagos?
I want to
in
get
Nigeria.
How will you not feel attached after sex?
It's like, no.
About every parent becomes the police in the lives of the kid.
Proposing is not like me. I will just come direct like you guys do and open one ring. And
So
guy, never reach me will marry me.
That's like you popping question.
There was a communication, something happened. So there's something like